All right, we are back with another video, Divine Moon Child 7 and Moon Mama 7. This is our last series of the elements in astrology. So we're going to be talking about the water signs today. The water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, okay? So water signs are known to be, the emotional sign. They're very intuitive, and, it's water, so they're very flowy, I would say. The main thing that stands out to me about water signs is that they're going to do whatever the hell they want to do, okay? Is that not right, Mother?
Yes.
Yes, she knows. She's got a lot of water going on. So yes, because they go with the flow. They're gonna do what feels right to them because it's like about feelings. Like because we talk about earth signs, when we talk about feelings with earth, it's about bodily feelings, like sensory feelings. But with water signs, we're talking about emotional and like spiritual feelings, like how they feel inside. That's what they are led by. So. And they can pick up on other people's feelings too, as well. Other people's energies very well. So they have to be a
great deal of empathy.
Yeah, a great deal of empathy, intuition. Yeah, they tend to be psychic as well. Yes. And I feel like they always kind of just know what to say to a person. Yes. For better or for worse, because they could pick up on those emotions and feelings of people. So they're very emotionally intelligent, and they are the other side of the feminine. Signs, so they would be the more internal feminine. So
they're like receptive.
Yeah, receptive. Because earth signs, I feel like you see more of the outward feminine, like with the beauty and how they look and take care of everybody. But the water signs will be the more nurturing side of that, and the more receptive and the psychic, those type of abilities that are feminine, very deep. Okay, deep waters.
Yes, deep waters.
Darkness.
Still waters run deep too.
Yeah, that's the Scorpio. It's a still water. Cancer is like a waterfall. And
don't go chasing waterfalls, people. Okay.
All right. And then Pisces is just like an ocean. It's the wateriest of the water signs. It's the oldest sign of the zodiac. Yes. Because water is literally mutable. It fits into everything that you put it in. Okay. So Pisces is the most watery. So we're going to talk about each sign. So let's talk about Cancer first. What do you think about Cancer, Mommy?
Interesting. Cancers are ruled by the moon.
Yes,
so,
moon, yes, I love the moon.
Like those, they're just like the phases of the moon, They are very
moody, you mean?
Moody and changeable, so. But they are very they are very concerned with family.
Yes, very nurturing.
Because they represents the fourth house, the moon, and the fourth house. Cancer is ruled by that. So they are very into their family ties, or taking care of their family, just being there. And Cancers, they're very self-protective. They're very protective of themselves. And they don't go straight forward and do anything.
Yeah, they're not risk takers.
Crab goes sideways, like crabs moves. That's how Cancers. They're not very direct in their movements. They're very
risk
adverse.
Adverse. They're like risk. I'm going up.
They don't take chances. They don't like to take chances. They like to feel very safe. And once they like something and they feel it's safe, they don't want it to change. They want it to stay that way forever.
Yeah,
even if it's not good.
They are the
even if it causes stagnation.
Yes, my daughter is, she's actually Cancer. She has a Cancer stellium, and I see a lot of that with her.
In the 8th house.
Yeah, in the 8th house. So, yeah.
But that's another story.
Yeah, so she is very, like, I've seen her since she was a child. Even when she was a baby, she would cry and cry. I've never seen a baby cry
as much as that.
Like that. Like,
oh, Lord.
Because she want what she want, and if you don't give it to her, you gonna hear it, okay? She gonna cry and cry, and people be like, "No, just put her down. She'll stop." Not this one.
Yeah.
Not that one.
She cried till she make herself sick.
Okay.
Yes, it was very serious. But now that she's older, it's so much better, thank God. But
but she's still very much gonna do what she wants, and she'll be like, "Yeah, mommy, yeah,
And she'll be saying that to your face.
Do what she want to
do what she want to do.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. But she's very funny though. She's very,
Yeah, cancers
Kids have
are
a good
funny.
sense
They have a
of
good
humor.
sense of humor.
Kevin
Yeah.
Hart, Cancer.
Yeah.
They have a very good sense.
But
of
I
humor.
think, but that's because you can appeal to the emotions. Humor is about that, taking it like pain or whatever and making it
funny.
And Aurora
Finding
is
the
very
humor,
good at that.
finding the
Yeah.
humor in things,
Yeah.
in life,
Yeah.
in situations. So yeah.
She cracks me up, but yes, she definitely, she cried a lot, but like you said, she's better now. But
Yeah,
she
she's
has
very-
her moments, but I think she's starting to do like more of the crab thing where she can like hide it a little bit better. And
Not direct
she's
more
paying
to-
attention to
Yeah.
to other people's emotions and like
Yes, picking up on things very well
yeah.
with people. And the Cancer is, of course, I nurture. That's what that is. I nurture. So
Yeah.
that's what the
Oh my
Cancer
god,
is
yeah.
about.
She loves like her room, like how you said about the fourth house.
Mhm.
She got so many pillows and blankets, y'all. Every time she come from her daddy house, she like, I got a new blanket. She always want me to buy stuff for her bed and stuff like that. She likes her room and everything to be comfortable and nice. Because comfortability
Comfort.
is important.
Yeah.
To Cancer.
Cancer.
Yeah. It's like that, almost like you said, like the shell, protective,
Yeah,
but also
like-
comfortable too.
Yes.
But yeah, we love our Cancers. Yeah.
Mhm.
And they're the cardinal sign.
They are a
Of
cardinal
the
sign.
water sign.
Yes. So they are a cardinal. They are a leader of the water signs. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
All
Cancer.
right. So let's talk about Scorpio.
Go. Talk about Scorpio.
So Scorpios are. A lot of people think that Scorpios are like mean
and
or whatever,
oversexed.
but yes, they do have that sexiness. I think water signs altogether are kind of have that. That's what I want to say too about the femininity. They have that magnetic pull, because the femininity is like internal, not just the outward. Like I feel like can't
Just like
water
surface.
signs.
It's not
Yeah,
surface.
as far
more
as
from
water,
the inside.
water signs, they exude more of that sensuality and sexiness from like just their presence and how they carry themselves.
Mhm.
And Scorpio is like the epitome of that. They like that is sexy. I don't know why. It's like that Scorpio energy.
Mhm.
And it's like an intense energy too,
Yes.
because they have the mysterious,
Intimidating.
yeah, they're mysterious, kind of like we're to the point it could be intimidating. And they like to search things out and research things. They could be secretive too, obsessive about certain things. Yeah.
Depends on what it is.
Yeah. And they're associated with occult mystery things anyway.
The 8th house.
So yeah, they tend to like
I
that
which is
type of stuff.
I
Too.
circulate, but 8th house is I circulate, but that's the house of shared resources.
Isn't it I possess
So
too? Or no?
it could be I possess too. I think.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one.
So
Yeah.
I've seen I possess. I think I've seen that too.
Mhm.
But I circulate, but that 8th house is because they're involved in other people's
Mhm.
lives. That 8th house
Right.
has the shared resources, so other people's things. So they kind of are very much into digging into other people's situations.
Yeah, knowing what you got going
Know
on.
what you got,
and,
but
give me
keeping
some
their
st-
stuff to themselves.
Yeah, and give me some of what
They'll
you
find
got.
out about what you're doing, but they ain't gonna tell you what they got going on.
Mhm.
Scorpio won't do that. You have to be really close to Scorpio, and they have to be really secure with you before they will share their
Mhm.
personal.
And I feel like Scorpio, people with a lot of Scorpio in their chart deal with a lot of rebirth and death. Not necessarily
Phoenix.
physical death, but
Phoenix,
yeah, a lot of things that they have to like
Go through and
go through and
experience.
learn and experience.
Mhm.
And that's why too they have so much emotional depth,
Mhm.
and they can connect to people because of the experiences that they've had themselves, and they can kind of like
Relate to other
uplift
people
and relate
emotionally.
to other people emotionally.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm. And they are ruled by Mars. Scorpio has 2 rulers,
Mhm.
Mars and Pluto.
Pluto, yeah, Pluto
So-
is sexy and powerful too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Mars is
Power
that
play.
very, the fiery action active.
Mhm.
So that's a combination really that represents that phoenix. If you ever seen the phoenix, it's that bird, but it's on fire.
Mhm.
So it's about power, it's about transformation, transmutation, transitioning from one thing to another, So Scorpios tend to do that. They go through something and
They
it
come
changes
out,
them,
yeah. Yeah.
And hopefully for the better.
Hopefully
Now,
for the better.
not
Now, if that's
always,
if you're
but
on, trying to
if you're on that
in a
higher
higher
vibration.
frequency or
Yeah.
vibration of that, or
Yeah.
you could
But
just
if you're not,
turn dark.
like the dark thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I
either
like
way
that.
you
So
want to go.
You want
But,
to be a bright light. Scorpio.
yes. Both of my children are Scorpio rising, so yeah, I got a lot of Scorpio. And then, like you said, Aurora, she has her Cancer stellium is in 8th house, which is the
Right.
Scorpio house. So she is basically like half Cancer, half Scorpio.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's an interesting one. So yeah, she got a lot of that energy going on too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then we have Pisces. So
Pisces.
it's the spiritual, dreamy,
The 12th
the Christ
house.
consciousness.
Christ. Yes. Very, very much a psychic placement with Pisces too.
Yeah.
And it's ruled by Neptune and Jupiter. It has 2 rulers as well.
Mhm.
So Neptune and Jupiter. So Neptune is usually related to that deception or being deceiving, or being very spiritual. So Pisces can be either or,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or they can be self-deceiving, because Pisces is very, to me, very giving.
Yeah, to the point where
There's-
they're like self-sacrificing,
self-sacrificing.
or letting someone become
Right.
too dependent on them,
Yeah.
or vice
So,
versa. They could be
one
too
or the
dependent
other.
on the other. It's
Yeah,
like that.
on Pisces.
What is it called? The savior.
The savior complex.
Victim complex.
Savior victim. Yeah.
Mm.
So Pisces has to be careful, but they're very loving, very giving, very
Mhm.
lucky
Very
too. Because
artistic,
of Jupiter, they're very lucky. They usually are very blessed and
Yeah.
lucky, especially if they're in their higher vibration. Pisces usually are very blessed. Now, when they're in the lower vibration, they may let that Neptune rulership take over. 'Cause,
Yeah,
you
it
know,
kind of
Neptune-
just almost I feel like
drugs
let things
and
happen to them
alcohol.
because
It
they're so
depends on
flowy,
what's
like you
happening.
said, and feeling so much.
Emotion.
Yeah.
So much psychic energy.
Yeah, so they probably have a lot to deal with
Can't
all of
handle
that
it.
stuff coming in, which is why they would probably try, like you said, drugs or whatever to
Yeah.
escape. Or
Mhm.
even maybe, cults. You just
Yeah.
never know.
Oh,
but,
yeah, because it's
but-
related to hidden things, the
Yeah.
hidden organizations, just things that are hidden from people. And so Neptune is, and Pisces, that Pisces energy is very much about that spiritual life, because the spiritual world could be hidden,
Mhm.
occult, mystery, so Pisces could be very mysterious. So
Yeah, and I feel like
Yeah.
they too have, like I said, like a lot of artistic abilities too. Like
Yeah,
drawing
very
and art.
artistic,
I feel like
yeah.
they would be
very
good at that and
creative,
drawn to that. Yeah.
that creative energy.
Mm-hmm.
They use that for the better, because like Rihanna is Pisces.
Yes.
Yes.
Pisces,
So she's
yeah.
very creative.
Mhm.
And she's very much a philanthropist. She helps a lot of organizations. So that's her spiritual, that Pisces, helping
Yeah.
out organizations. And when she came out with her line for the fashion underwear, she
Fenty.
appealed to everybody. She didn't just
Yeah, she wanted different
different
shapes,
shapes,
of women.
sizes,
Yeah, that
people.
was really
So
good.
that's the part of that Pisces being all inclusive.
All inclusive. Yeah, because they've been through all of the
Yeah.
signs. So
Mhm.
yeah,
So everybody.
so they have a lot of wisdom.
Yeah, so
too.
that's why I just really took off that Fenty clothing, her cosmetics, everything just took off, because she's really aware of that gift that she has to share.
Mhm.
So she's a good representative, very positive, vibrating Pisces. Very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
I
sexy.
like Rihanna. I just.
But yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, they all have that very feminine, magnetic energy. So
Mhm.
you kind of know when someone has a lot of water sign energy. But yeah, Pisces very loving in a very like unconditional way. I would
Mhm.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so
Well, Pisces is what I dream. That's
I
part
dream.
of them. I dream. So they are the
They're the
dreamers.
dreamers, yeah.
That's very, very nice.
Dreaming is important.
Yes.
Mhm.
So yeah, so that's all. So we went through all 3. So
All right, so go through each one of our placements. You want to go first, Tom? You want me to go first?
go ahead, enjoy.
Okay, so I have I have 3 water sign placements. I'm gonna copy off you because the South Node you did your South Node was
Oh, yeah.
Sagittarius.
Yes.
So my South Node is in Scorpio, so I'm very comfortable with those Scorpio qualities, which is kind of funny. Is now I think about it, I've always loved like scary movies or like occult things and religion and things like that. I've always studied that and want to like do research about things, like go into depth, and I definitely don't play about my money. And I like gifts. Yeah. But too, like the relationship part too, I think I get very comfortable in that opposite side of wanting someone to be there, and I'm supposed to be trying to work on the Taurus, the opposite side of that, get more comfortable having things for myself. Whereas I just want to just be in the Scorpio energy and just take care of me and let me and sex. No. But anyway, let's get
TMI.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway.
But and then I have Saturn and Scorpio and Pluto and Scorpio. So all of my water sign placements are all in Scorpio. I don't have any in the Cancer or Pisces. And both of those planets are in my third house. So in the third house is the house of siblings, of traveling, communication, and things of that nature. So having a Scorpio there, especially I feel like with Saturn, I did have some difficulties. Like it's because it's with peers too. School, I did have some difficulties in school.
Coming up. Yeah.
It was not fun for me at all. Okay, I hated it. I was very shy. So I don't know if it was the Saturn part, maybe because it felt restrictive to me.
Yeah.
Like when I was in school, like I felt like I couldn't really be myself.
So
like I was not
restricting and blocking.
I was not comfortable.
Yeah, restricting and blocking.
So yeah, and it can be repressive almost, like so. And there was like a depressed feeling, and you have to be with that Saturn energy that can cause those issues, especially if you're on the lower end of that. You don't know how to handle it, and I feel like with the Scorpio. With there too, probably made it really like strong. So yeah, I had a lot of issues, you know, and people were very negative. But I think you told me that too. Sometimes when you have Scorpio energy in a certain area, you just have a lot of negative experiences. But it's for you to
transform,
to grow.
Yeah,
I ain't take it that way. I just it was me. I'm ugly, mommy. She remember. Why are you treating me like
what
this?
In the world are you talking about?
But you know, people can see the
yeah.
energy too,
right?
And people a lot of times, whether they see the good or the bad, one person may be jealous and decide to say something negative to you because they're jealous, or they can see that maybe that you're weak or something, and they will play on that.
Right.
So you have to be strong, and I didn't know how to do that. At that age, and what the other things going on in my chart, you know, I just took it and believed it. Like,
this must be true.
Yeah. So it's taking me longer to do that transforming that needed to happen.
Yeah.
But that was a part of my experience. It's just so funny. You can see in the chart now that I'm looking back that I had that Saturn and Scorpio third house. Now I see why I had such a hard time in school. And it really just helped me to also develop my personality, because I wasn't a person that could just depend on my looks and just be like this popular girl that just everybody liked. Like I had to have something else going on, to be smart or be into music or have other things, or like I was reading all the time, encyclopedias. Like I would just read books all day. So I had other things, you know, that I had going for me, and I just like the weird different things. Like even TV show. I was about to say that. See, the psychic ability is working. I was about to say, like, I like Buffy, and everybody else was like, oh, Dawson's Creek or Felicity, and I'm like, give me Buffy. I want to beat somebody up, and that show too. Maybe all y'all up who I talk about me, but nah. That show is about the underdog, someone who was underestimated, and that's why I love it so much, because that's what I always felt like in school. You know, even her friends, where they were kind of like,
they were almost like the outcasts.
Yeah, they were the outcasts,
but they were special.
Yeah, and they all had their specialness, and they were outcasts, and it had that, you know, occult energy that I needed. So, but yeah, people were just looking at me like, why do you like that? Y'all just suck, okay? I'm sorry. That's what I should have said, but I had a strength. But I built it. But anyway, so also, you know, it deals with siblings as well. I have had some issues with my siblings.
Yes.
But I'm in a good place with all of them right now.
Thank goodness. That's nice. It is nice.
It is nice, but yeah. Because I have, let me see, I have my sister and my brother on my dad's side, and I have my 2 brothers with my mom over here. So, I did lose my sister. Now, she is a Scorpio, which I find very interesting. I have the Scorpio both in the 3rd house with Pluto and with Saturn.
Yeah.
And we got really close towards the end of her life, which was really good for me, you know, because we had some up and downs because, like, you know, she over at her dad's house and, you know, we didn't really get to connect as much as I would have liked to. But once we got older, you know, we started spending more time together. But that was very hard on me, very transformative experience.
Yeah.
To lose a sibling at that age, you know, in our early 30s. I never expected that. But I think that's more of the Pluto.
Yeah.
But both of them together, really, the Saturn.
Saturn.
Because it's a restrictive situation. You know, depression really can get into your head. And then the Pluto is already the planet about death and rebirth anyway, with that Scorpio. So it definitely transformed me. It definitely made me think about life and about her. And I really, you know, I admired a lot of the qualities that she had. Even though she was my little sister, because I am the oldest. And even just all my siblings. Like, I really have a strong relationship with them. I love them very much. And it could too, because I'm the oldest. And that's also very Saturn. So I almost look at them like I need to protect them. They're my responsibility, you know. So it was really hard on me to lose her, to have issues with my brother, which I have, but now we're good. But that had bothered me, you know, because like I have this responsibility feeling towards them and this love for them that's really like deep, you know. But yeah. But yeah, I was looking out for them since they was young. I love them all. And then my buddy in here, dang it. That's my buddy right there. And then I got the baby on my dad's side. He's like my kid's age. So I'm like, what are we supposed to do? But we hang out, we do stuff sometimes. But yeah, he's a Cancer.
Yeah.
So yeah, he wild. Cancers be wild. But yeah, my sister, she was strong. She was ambitious. Very, very Scorpio. She also had a Virgo moon like me too, which I found out later, which was pretty cool. So we had a very close and special bond. But now I see, you know, that you have to really like make the best of each day that you have. You know, the life
with the people you love.
With the people that you love, you know. Don't take it for granted. And it's always a new day where you can make the best of things, you know, and all the things that we talked about doing, like even this YouTube channel, we were going to do one together. So now in my life, I'm trying to do everything that we talked about that we wanted to do, and you just make her proud, you know, make myself proud. That's what life is about, you know, not stagnation.
No,
but
stagnation is not good.
Going forward, being your best, seeing what you can really
the gifts
do
that has been given to you,
gifts,
you know, and giving it to putting it out there, because it's not for you just to hold on to it and bury it.
Because you're scared, which is what that Saturn in 3rd house, when I was in school, I was scared to be myself. And that's something I want to talk about, because I was in a choir, because I had a lot of issues with my singing too. And my teacher, she told me, like, I think it was like the last day of school, she said the reason why you didn't go as far is because you were too scared to put yourself out there. And that stuck with me for a long time, and I knew she was right. And that's why I was just like, it was the fear, you know.
Yeah, fear.
That
fear
Saturn,
will hold you back from a lot of things.
Yeah, that Saturn
good
energy,
relationships, good jobs, because you're
scared
of failing. Scared of failing.
Yeah,
but sometimes you gotta
like
go for it. You don't know,
because
you don't know unless you try.
And what are you scared of? You gotta get into what is making you scared. Some people ain't gonna like you. You're not supposed to be for everybody. And this is something my mom always told me. She was like, everybody ain't supposed to like you. And I'm like, what? Why wouldn't everyone like me? Like, this was really supposed to be like, no, everyone's not gonna like how you look. Everyone's not gonna like your voice. Everyone's not gonna think you great. It's okay. Right. The people who is for you is gonna be for you. The people who not for you, bye. You don't gotta worry about them. So be around the people who make you feel good that raise your frequency,
I
your
heard that.
vibration.
Be around your tribe.
Your
That's
tribe,
something
yes.
I heard. Is your tribe, because we are tribal people, really. And some people just click with you. And that's your tribe. Then that's who you need to be around. Be around
The people who,
don't
are
you
like
need to
you.
forcing yourself on somebody for what? No.
It's too many dang old people out here.
Too many fishes in the seas.
And if you are so scared to be yourself, no one can find you. And you
That's
can't
right.
find nobody because you are restricting. You are the limit on
Right.
yourself. And I didn't realize that I was living in myself. It wasn't
Yeah.
the people in my school. It was me.
Right.
I was living in
How
my
you feel
own
about
self.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yes. It doesn't matter what they think. What is it? What do you
What
think?
do you think?
And
because
that's the key. That's
I
what
thought I wasn't
changes.
pretty. I thought my voice wasn't good enough.
Right.
And that's why I was scared to put myself out there. Because I was like, I should dress up one day. And then I would think, well, what if they think I'm all that? And then I'm like, well, let me dress ugly. Now they're like, oh, why you wear that? Oh, I can't wear it. 'Cause do what you want to do.
Exactly.
Okay? Dress how you want to
Right.
dress that
Be
day.
your-
How you
be
feel.
yourself.
Be yourself.
Be your best self, as a
Yeah.
matter of fact.
Yes.
Don't just be yourself. Be the best
Be the best.
self
Yeah.
that you can be.
And whatever that is for you, because
Right.
what that means for you might be different for somebody else. You might want to wear sequins. Another person might feel like they look good in sweats or athletic wear or in between. So any person should dress and look like you said what is best for you and what
Right.
makes you feel good too.
Right.
But yeah, all of that Scorpio energy, it was rough, but I've learned a lot. And like my grandma said, my nana, she said I was the ugly duckling who would turn into a beautiful swan. I think that she put the
Mama
words on to
funny.
me so much. Maybe
Mm.
that's why. I'm like, yeah, I'm ugly. She said I'm ugly. But yeah, here we are now. But I learned a lot.
Well,
like I said.
because she knew that it would be a beautiful swan, so she was like, "You're gonna be beautiful when you grow up into yourself."
Yeah, I had to
Really,
grow
that's
into
how it-
myself.
Grow into
Yeah,
who you are. Because that's all a swan had to do. He thought he was ugly in that
because he didn't fit in
Because he was
with
different.
the other.
Because
yeah,
he's different.
I was different.
And really, that's what she's saying. You're different. So, you're gonna have to grow into who you meant to be. And then everybody will
The
see your beauty.
Slayer.
Yeah, that's your beauty. The Slayer.
Yeah.
Is that who you? Okay.
Okay, that was
All right, Buffy.
all right. It's your turn. I'm done. I'm
my
off my
turn?
soapbox.
Okay. I don't have a soapbox. I have 3. Okay, so I do not have a placement in Cancer, nor do I have one in Pisces either. I only have
Scorpio.
I only have Scorpio. So my ascendant is Scorpio. My Neptune is Scorpio.
Yeah, my son is an ascendant in Scorpio too.
And my moon is in Scorpio. So, and they're both conjunct my ascendant. So, yeah. So, yeah, so most of my things are, but my moon is in the 12th house, so I had emotionally a lot of things that I would hide or just keep to myself. That's a Scorpio thing, which I think people think that I'm mean, or because I'm quiet, very reserved, very much to myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I went through a lot of things, learned a lot of things, and it's been actually very good for me as a Scorpio rising to learn how to just be good with myself, because you have a lot of, as far as for me with Scorpio energy, you attract a lot of people, and sometimes a lot of negative people, with a lot of negative energy
Saying
coming
negative
to
stuff.
you. Yeah. And so at a very young age, I had to learn how to, stand on my own 2 feet, just to be, strong in myself. So, and then my ascendant and Neptune and Moon all being conjunct, that kind of made me very, I don't know if you would say psychic or empathetic, but I get a lot of things from people, a lot of things from dreams. So, a lot of things that I have seen have happened. And so, a lot of things that I experienced in a spiritual sense, because my moon is in the 12th house, which is the Pisces house, the house of spirituality. And then my Neptune, that's ruled by Pisces rules, Neptune, but it's in Scorpio. So
Nolan moon is in Pisces too.
it's very, so that makes you kind of very psychic. You know, you pick up a lot of things. So, you know, when I was younger, I didn't understand, right? But now that I'm older, it's like, oh, okay. So I'm much more comfortable with that fact. And me, I write things down. So when things happen, I write it down. When I dream, I write it down. So when it comes to pass, I can see, you know, what is happening, what is being shared with me. And sometimes I have these times when I pray for people, for me, because it's very pressing on me to do to do that. And I think that's that moon, that energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I can sense when people need prayer, when something is happening, you know, in people's lives. So
yeah, something's wrong with them.
Yeah, I can sense it right away.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess that, you know, when I was young, I could understand why people didn't notice that, because I could notice that. And then you have to realize everybody's not the same. Just because I see something that somebody else doesn't see, or I can feel it, you know, everybody else won't pick that up. But that's the gift that was placed in me to do what, you know, what the Creator has proposed for me to do with that. So yeah, so I had a lot of things, traumatic things happen in my life, but you know, I had a lot of those. Of course, yes, I had trauma too.
But you're still beautiful.
Oh my goodness, this one here, she's so funny, so silly. Yeah, but all those things have made me very. I think those experiences make you humble as a Scorpio too. You need to go through a humbling process, right, to be able to really help others. You can't think so highly of yourself. You have to realize that you are here to serve. And that could be with that Virgo too, because Virgo is about service. My Venus Virgo, Moon Virgo, is about service, helping other people. So along with that, and my Moon being in Scorpio in the 12th house, it's like, okay, your service is to help others and to humble yourself so you can help and really reach people. So that's the thing. And the latest, you know, experience I had when I had the car accident, right? I was hit by a truck and ran into a tree, and that was crazy. Yeah, that experience was something else. But you know, spiritually, as that my Scorpio moon, when everything kind of slowed down, it was like slow motion for me. And when it hit the tree, you know, only thing I think of, am I alive? Am I, you know, I'm touching everything, and I'm like, yeah, I'm still here. But everything just kind of slowed down from the time the car or the truck hit my car until I went. It didn't happen like, it didn't seem quick. It was like slow motion. So, you know, during that experience, it's like it made me just really go into myself and just really, really think about things. What is really important, right? Because some of us place too much importance on financial things, you know, but what is going on in your spirit? What are you doing to help other people? Because you don't know how long you're going to be here. So you need to do something positive and good with the time that you have.
Yes.
And share that with other people. So that's kind of like the latest transformation that I've had, I think, with my Scorpio, you know. And then because my North Node is in the 8th house, the Scorpio house. So I got an 8th house North Node. That is destined to be something that I need to share. Things of that nature, 8th house nature, Scorpio nature. So mystical, that's occult, that's all that. But, you know, my foundation is definitely coming from a spiritual place, right? How can I help people spiritually to be spiritually strong and sufficient and really know and understand that the spirit is real, you know, that it exists, and it's something that we as a people need to really kind of tap into and to have that a part of our lives. Just like eating and sleeping is just as important, right, to have that part of your life to be flourishing.
Yeah, you want it to all be physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually.
You want to be sound, to be whole. Or even
which
you
is
want to say
four
your
things,
chakras,
like the four elements.
Yes. Yeah, you want everything to be in balance, at peace. So, you know, any one thing that is lacking is like there's not a balance. That could be the Libra thing in me too. There is a lack of balance. So, yeah. So all those things that I've experienced with my Scorpio energy, a lot of things that I went through with losing my mom, all these things kind of transformed me to to a different place, because I would always go into myself when I would have these major things happen. I kind of not shut down, but get real quiet, right? But I think that's because God, the Creator, is dealing with me with this situation. And then when I come out different. So I think that is a true thing for Scorpios. We go through something, you go in, because this water is very emotional, very
like you're being
receptive.
baptized.
But it's in, but it's
come
inner,
new. Yes.
right? And then once you go through the process, you come out a new creature, so to speak, right?
Exactly, yeah.
You come out a new creature,
Like that
so to
Phoenix
speak.
energy. It's like the death and rebirth, And also, it's the traumatic things in your life, those low points that really push you and show you what you are made of. Either you going to stay down or you go get your ass up.
One or the other.
You're gonna
right.
believe those things, and that's like how you said it was the experience is really on your emotions and you as a person, even your physical body. With me, it was the things that people were saying to me, the peers, losing my sibling. We had to make a decision. You know, are we going to let this break us, or are we going to rise from the ashes?
Right.
Because I'm telling you that I thought I was like, I don't think I'm gonna make it.
You're gonna make it, yeah. You think that's it,
Those
that you
things,
counted, that you down for the count, right? That you out. But you know, you come through, and when you come through, you can look back and see, like that song. Anybody that's very churchy would know. See where you brought me from. That's really what that is. Look where He brought you from. You came from this, and now you here. You never thought you would be here in this place, but you are.
And
so,
it is humbling too, like you said.
Humbling.
It's very humbling, because you never think that someone's going to say these things or these type of things will happen to you until it does, and you're just like, man,
right?
Why me?
Yeah.
Why not you? It happened to anybody else.
It could happen to
You
ain't special. That's right. You think you?
Now what you gonna do about it?
Drive by and see all kind of accidents and never think about it could be me. And then when it is you like, well, yes, well, it's your turn. Here you go. But thank God, that's why I say that He brought me out. Everything is not perfect. I won't say that. I still got a few issues, but I still came through, right?
But that's what life is. It's the journey of learning and becoming better. You should be trying to become better, each day, and enjoy the journey.
Yeah, because as above, so below. The heavens are alive, the stars, and what we're talking about, these are not something that's dead and don't have. They have actual energy. That energy, just like how the moon affects the waves, the tide, it goes in and out. It is affecting us every day. So these things that are, in the heavens, as above, so below. What they are doing up there, it's affecting what's going on down here. So,
yes, and as within, as without as well. That's what too we're talking about, the elements. Us as human beings, we have all of the elements inside of us. You actually really think about it and consider. That body, earth, and then you got the water in your blood. That fire, that's your spirit. You alive, and then the air.
Spirit,
So yes, it's as above, so below, as within, as without. And so learn your chart, learn what elements you have, so that you can balance out all these things.
Yes. Knowledge is power. That's
know thyself.
Know thyself. That's right. Know thyself. And that's all we are really talking about is knowing thyself. Not that this is a replacement for spirituality or anything like that. This is to me, it's like a helpmate, like something to help you. Like just like going to school. You go to school to learn how to be a dentist, a doctor. You go to school or you read books to learn how to do these things. You don't just wake up and say, I'm gonna be a doctor, I'm gonna be a dentist. No, you learn. And so even with yourself, you want to learn about yourself. This is about self-knowledge now. So learning your heavenly chart is about learning about yourself. What is making you tick? What is going on inside you that you need to put out there and make it blossom. And even those harder things that's going on, like
that you need to
squares and
overcome.
oppositions, though, that's another topic. But those things that are harder for you to get, those are things that usually push you to do better and to be better. So
Yeah, and even the
it's good to
signs
know.
themselves have negative and positive qualities.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So once you learn about yourself, then you be like, oh, okay, that's why. Yeah, that's why. But you can do better. You know, you see what you're working with. It's like learn what you're working with. Just like when you go to the store and
You can't just go in and buy everything.
You can't. You got to know your size, I would think. You would just go in and say, I like that, give it to me.
In a size small, but you a large.
Exactly. So you got to know what
Yeah.
works for you.
Exactly.
Yes. And that includes with people, because even learning this will help you understand the type of people that should be in your life and your children, how to deal with your children, all those things. So, you know, I'm not saying that that it's going to make everything easy. No.
Yeah, it's still not easy.
It's still not
You still
easy.
have challenges.
You
like
still
how we
going to have
talked about.
challenges. Nothing is going to change that.
It just may help you understand.
Just
it
understand
better.
it
Give
better.
you like a little heads up, you know.
Yeah. So, yeah. Because understanding is good. So, you never know what you're going to face, but at least you have something to help you to understand things a lot better.
Yeah, this has
So
been the
that's it.
water signs and the elements series. So what we got: fire representing spirit. We did earth representing
The
body. And then we have air, the mind, and then water, the heart, the
Emotions.
feelings. Okay, the feels. And all work together to make us like complete one. So, and all the signs work together as we go through basically the clock.
Right.
Basically,
Basically,
the wheel in the
it's
wheel.
this our time. Yeah.
So I
It's
hope
that
you
wheel in
guys-
the middle of the wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed this series. So this will be the wrap of the elements, and next we are going to go through each sign in the ascendant, how they look, how they act, how they perceive things, and we're gonna go in order, starting with Aries. Yeah. So we'll see you on that next video. It's been fun. Stay blessed.
Stay
Know
blessed.
yourself.
Know thyself. So let it be.
Like and subscribe. Share. And y'all have